Hi guys, how are we doing? Welcome. Hi Aviva. You've done your Left 4 Dead 2 mod pack. Nice, good stuff. I just realized I've got my There we go, that's a bit better. It's easier to see this way, because when I'm doing a HANDCAM, my desk is like on the left hand side of where I normally sit, so it's easy to pull OBS onto this screen up here. Anyway, hi. We're doing another 40k HANDCAM tonight. We're building the Tallyman and the Lord of Virulence. And I kind of messed up. Is it? Oh, hold on. Boop. Is that a bit better? Was my audio jacked up way too high? Welcome in, Polly. Can you hear me a bit better now? I think I had the music jacked up way too high, didn't I? That's a lot better. Oh my goodness. Hi. Let's start again, shall we? So. Hi, welcome to a 40k HANDCAM, where we're building the Death Guards, Tallyman, and the Lord of Virulence. I'm using my PNG model tonight because my camera for VTube Studio is over, like, there, and I face this way when I'm doing HANDCAM. So it's much easier to use my PNG. I might work out, like, if I can get a phone for VTube Studio, then maybe. It's, like, maybe on the list. For now, though. For now. It's a faraway dream, you know. Right, let's pull this over here, shall we? Okay. So, like I said, Tallyman, Lord of Virulence. We're going to build these two guys tonight. I messed up a bit when I went into town recently, so I had to buy these. Let me show you. For a project that I was doing. So I picked these up, and these are magnets, right? Fucking magnets. How do they work? Why did I just reference Insane Clown Posse on stream? Oh, good grief. But while I was at the shop doing that, I may have accidentally bought a Foul Blight spawn as well. And then I was in Sheffield City Centre with my wife yesterday. We were out for a date, and I went into Element Games, and I was like, okay, have a look around. You know, I could budget for a tank or something. And then I found this guy. I found this. The 30k Legionis Astartes Praetor with Power Axe. Now, if you know Death Guard, you'll know the current Lord of Contagion model is not great. Like, he's alright, I suppose. He's just kind of like nowhere near as good as the old one with the axe. So what I'm going to do is with my Praetor, let's bring it back over here. We are going to do a bit of a kit bash. Like, I don't know if you could, you probably can't see it. Hold on. Can I reach these? Kind of. Yeah, like you've got some bits there because I've been finishing building my Plague Marine, so I've got some spare bits, and that means that I can basically kit bash one. As just an update on the Plague Marines, let me show you a couple of ones I've built recently. Because I have built like an ass load of these guys. Where's Malcolm? Malk, where are you, mate? Malk? There he is, I see him. All my Plague Marines have names, except for the newest ones who have, they will have names, they just don't yet. Oh, I think one of them just fallen over. Great. Oh, I'll pick him up in a bit. But yeah, this one I made today, right? This is just a bog standard bolt gunner, right? Nothing particularly special about him. You know, bog standard Plague Marine with bolt gun. We've got another Plague Marine with bolt gun. This one, he's actually using a bubosic weapon in his offhand. That's basically in gameplay. That's a plague knife. You know, he's equipped with a bolter. He's got a plague knife. You know, the bubosic weapon just kind of looks a little bit cooler. And then this chap here, I'm quite happy with him. This is Malcolm the Exploder. So Malcolm the Exploder is basically the body of the plague, the body of the Plague Champion from the Plague Marines kit. But then he's got the he's got the Grenadier arms. And he's got the fly head as well. The camera's really blurry, so you can't see it quite so good. But yeah, Malcolm the Exploder. He explodes things. That's what he does. That's his job. He blows shit up. So, where's my sprue clippers at? They're over here. We're going to start with the Tallyman first. Now, these are monopose models, so they should go together like nice and easy. I'm just going to move my microphone out the way a little bit. So, he goes on to a 40mm base. The Lord of Virulence goes on a 50mm. Yes. So, what does he say we want to do first? We need the body, and then I assume that's the power pack. Yeah, so we want the body, which is this piece. Oh, B2. Oh, that's B2. B2's there. Okay. Let's get these snipped out, shall we? So, yeah, my day was pretty decent yesterday. Me and wife went off on a... I tell you what. Me and wife had a trip to the cinema, right? Yeah, we got given some tickets to go to the cinema by Mumsy dear, because she gets them free from her bank, and she doesn't have any use for them, so it's just like, here you go. Go on, Shinsu, off you pop, have some fun. I'm like, alright, thanks, Mum. So we went off to see a film, and we got into the cinema, and the film that we'd gone to see had been out for a little bit, and as a result, no one else was there. Not a single soul, except for us, was inside that cinema. So basically, we had a private showing of that film. And the best bit about the private showing of that film was that it's one of those cinemas where all the seats recline. All the seats are recliners. So I was just there, just like recline maxing. With me, my crisps and my chocolate and my Coca-Cola. Just slop, 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 rest, rest, rest. It was fucking brilliant, I tell you what. It was absolutely magical. Now, that's just sprue. I see. Yeah, we can clip this bit off. Okay. So yeah, I'm running out of stuff to make for 40k HANDCAM streams. After the next one we're going to do the kit bash. I mean, that's probably just going to be its own stream, because that's going to take some... I've got some ideas, right? Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure this... There we go. Doesn't ping off and hit me in the eye. I've got some pretty neat ideas for things I can do to get this Lord of Contagion put together. Mostly, it involves a few choice pieces that I've got lying around. So, there's some spikes I've got. There's also a remaining Death Shroud scythe piece. And what I'm probably going to do is, like, snip that into just like this sort of crescent shape. And then use that as the horn. Which I think could be pretty fun, you know. I think that could be pretty fun. So, there's nothing else hanging on this? No? So how does this go together? Looks like it's saying the abacus should be off his shoulder. Oh, yeah, I see. Like that. That's how that goes together. Yeah. We're going to be careful about dry fitting pieces today as well, because character models are, well, for one, a bit pricier than your average model. Like, to buy a Tallyman just on his own, it's something like 20 odd quid. It's like 17.50 if you get it discounted. So it's like, it's not a model that I really want to be mucking up with. I mean, you know, same goes for any Warhammer model, really. But the Plague Marines, one set I got very cheap. And I got them with the express intention I was going to play about with them, which is why all my Plague Marines look kind of fucked up. You know, I made a point of trying to make them unique. And I don't think I've made a single one of them as per the... Like, a couple of them I've made as per most of the box instructions. But, like, not really. I hope that makes sense. Right. That's going together like that, is it? I don't think that's quite right, but... There we go. That's it. That's the one. Right, okay. So, Tallyman is... Yeah, he's... No, that's fine. There's like a... Oh, I see. It's like a fucked up purity seal he's got on his shoulder there. But yeah, we'll just let him kind of tally max for a second, right? So the next pieces we want are B5 and B3. This model feels like it's going to be almost too easy, you know. B5 and B3. Yeah, so one of them is his little scribbly-dibbly hand. The hand of a Tallyman is actually used to work out how many Death Guard are gooning at any one moment in time. They're a very naughty chapter like that, you know. Where's it? That's D3. There we go. So I'm still. I haven't done a hand cam in a while. You can probably tell because I'm like not used to where I should put my hands for it. In front of the camera normally helps. That's generally good. Like with a hand cam, putting your hands in view is normally a good idea. I should know this. I watch enough hand cams from Mayoshi, but well. One day, Shinsu, you'll learn. One day. Today's not that day. Tomorrow don't look so great either. So, a lot of these are actually, they've got like a lot. There's a lot of notches on this guy. There's like lots and lots and lots of guiding. Like, do you see there in his armpit? There's like a little guiding notch there. So that should mean. Yeah, I see. So we can, like, use that to kind of match up where that is. And then this one has to go, I guess. Oh, that's a little bit different. Okay. Yeah. I think. See, this one's got some notches inside it. It doesn't really seem to fit all that well. Oh, I think I see. Ah, yeah. So we use the we use like the fart tube to work out where his hand goes. Yeah. This one doesn't feel like it fits so good. I mean, whether that's just me or what, I don't know. Oh, wait, this is the microphone. I see. I get it. This is like a... Is it like a rebreather, almost? Hold on. Yeah, I think... Yeah, it plugs into, like, his neck. So that should be like this. Right, do you see? Okay. So we can do... I think this one comes next, then, because we've worked it out. So a little bit of glue. Been very unfocused with work today. I think it's because Vexpo's coming. It's very hard to focus for work when you're, like, also excitable about convention as well. Like, sometimes you want to ask yourself with people, hey, do you know about Vexpo? And then it's just like, well, they probably don't, because most people that I work for expect me to be some kind of professional lawyer man and not some degenerate weeb, you know? And I kind of get it, you know? I kind of get it. You know, you don't normally expect your lawyer to be a degenerate weeb, but sometimes it's a case of, well, you know what? Here we are. You know, that's just the way it be sometimes. Right, okay. Now, let's let his hand settle in a minute before we do too much else. So let's just pop him down for a moment, right? So we've actually only got like 4 pieces left to go. This is like what an 8-piece model. It's really this one's really basic. This one's like super basic. Holy shit, man. I mean, whilst we're doing that, I'm just gonna have a quick look at some stuff over here. Okay. Yeah, I just like while it's setting, I'm just taking a moment to check a couple of bits out on Tin Swims. This is my first time. No, it's not my first time. So far on stream, I have built the first model that I built was not on stream. The first model I built was actually the Kill Team Plague Champion. Then after that, I have made a total, including him, of 16 Plague Marines. I've made the Rhino in the box set. I've made the Death Shroud in the box set. These are the last two models from the box set. So, yeah, it's... Oh, bless. Give me a second, hold on. Too pure for this world. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, I don't have all of my models up here that I can kind of show off. Oh, I've also... The first model I made on stream actually was a Mythic Blight Hauler. And I've built 2 more of them since then. So, yeah, I like the Blight Hauler. It's a very funky little model. He's a silly little guy. He's God's littlest goober. And in this case, God is Nurgle, you know. So, you know, maybe not the God, but a God. Yeah, I think that works. It's cool? Yeah, thank you. I'm enjoying it. I am actually thinking, after Vexpo, if I've got enough, like, spare cash, I'm really tempted to get something stupid. And by something stupid, I don't mean something where it's like, oh, you're never going to play this on a tabletop. Actually, no, I'd tell a lie. I was tempted to get a Plague Bong, because according to the Disgusting the Resilient podcast, if you play 1 Plague Bong, your chances of winning increase massively. If you play 2 Plague Bongs, you win instantly, because your opponent will realise you've got such huge balls that they just cannot compete with that. You've been in the process of collecting 7 different armies, not including Age of Sigmar. Holy shit, that's a lot. I mean, kudos to you. This is my first army. I've only very recently gotten into this hobby. And I didn't choose Death Guard because they're meta, alright? The fact that they became meta and came into my attention did help me become aware of them, but the reason I started collecting Death Guard specifically is because they can fart at societal functions like weddings, and no one is going to really care. You know, no one's going to judge them and say, oh, you disgusting bastard, you farted at my wedding. It's just going to be like, oh, that was a funny noise. Anyway, your wallet cries and begs for mercy like it's been captured by Drukhari. I mean, people say that's like massive torture, but I don't know. I think there could be something fun about it, you know? I think there could be something fun about that. I mean, maybe I'm just a giga masochist, I don't know, but... right, so what else do we need now? We've done B5 and B4. Oh, he had like a tube coming out of his... Oh, I see, yeah. No, it's like, it's more fucked up purity seals. Oh, man. Now we need B4. Which is... Oh, that's his other hand. Okay. B4. Oh, is this B4? Is it B4 the one where he's actually holding the, Hold on. I think that... Yeah, this is B4. This one. This one here. But yeah, I'm having to be a bit careful about spending on stuff right now because I've got a convention coming up in it's a week on Friday, so I'm going to Vexpo in the UK, which is the VTUBER convention, and I need to make sure I've got enough money for that. But after that, it's like when I said I'm going to buy something stupid, it's either going to be something that's actually idiotic. You want to think a Space Marine purity would be a bigger insult to Nurgle or to the Imperium? I think it would depend, really. Yeah, like, you go up, you know, the Plague Marine goes up to the Ultramarines, and he just starts swearing, right? He just starts swearing. The Ultramarines are like, you foul creature, why do you say such abominable words? And then the Plague Marine, every time he swears, the machine next to him kicks out a purity seal, right? And what he then says is, I don't know how to use the 3 seashells, so now I've got something to wipe my ass with. He just goes off and wipes his ass with the purity seal. Actually, no, let's never think about Plague Marines wiping their ass again, because there are some things that man is just not meant to know about, and I think that's one of them. Like, talk about a serious case of swamp ass. Holy shit, man. Right, let's have a look at... I think these bits are... Yeah, they're pretty dried on. Okay. So next is the arm, which this goes on, like... How's he holding it in the thing? Like, kind of sideways. He kind of holds it sideways in the art, so... Let's just see if we can work out what... Oh, there is a notch. Okay. There we are. So it's like that. So I'm trying to work out, like, what the angle for this is. So I'm just going to take this off camera a sec. Hold on. All this lovely, pleasant music. Hey, Zach, how we doing? All good, mate. How about you? Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Had a pretty chill day today. I mean, it was still a work day, so, you know, it wasn't all chilled, but, Looks like it should be going like this. Ah, I see. Yeah. Okay. I think I see. The real fun is yet to come. A Ultramarine and a Death Guard arguing loudly. Blue Boy slaps the cleanest purity seal they have onto the other. Plague Marine looks at him like he handed him a bar of soap and lemon pledge. That's pretty good. I'll give you that. That's pretty funny, actually. I mean, the Plague Marine is God's littlest guy. Well, he's not, actually. I mean, a Nurgling would be, but that's not the point. Wait, where did my... Hold on. Where's that go? Ah, shit. Where did my lid go? Hang on, I'm going to have to look for that in a second. Oh, boy. I need to get this arm on. There we go. Right, let's just get this in place. Mostly, so it's not going to fall off. Just getting this in place while it does the thing. So, no, that's not right. Like that? Yeah, that's it. No, it's not. I don't know where the lid for my my glue's gone. It's got dropped off somewhere. Am I gonna have to go under my desk to find that? Ah, for fuck's sake! God damn it! Hold on. It can't have gone that far. Can't have gone that far. Right, there we go. We're just waiting for this to set in a little bit so that I can put it down. Oh god. I can chug the lemon pledge and see how far it gets. Oh my good word. My poor Death Guard boys. Don't make them chug lemon pledge. That's so cruel. Like, very nice smelling, but very cruel. I genuinely don't know where the lid for that fucking glue's gone. Oh my god, this is... His arm doesn't want to stick either. I'm going to have to focus on one task at a time. Rather than trying to find the glue and to Get the arm in place. Right, okay. There. His arm is in place. Right. So, let me just put him down a second on his back. Okay. Now, where the hell's that come? Where's my lid? Hold on. I just need to find this a second. Jeez, Yug. How's that gone? I can't have gone far. I literally cannot have gone that far. Sorry, give me a second, guys. I really need to find this. You've been stuck on Mortarion because you don't know what you want to do with his wings. Mortarion seems like he's going to be a hard one. Ah, there it is. Got it. Oh! I banged my head on the mic. Ow. Okay. See, I kind of know what I want to do with him. And my plan is this. And you're welcome to tell me that I'm insane for this, but I'm going to have a Death Guard force which is multicolored. And when I say multicolored, the Plague Marines and Poxwalkers would all be primarily purple, you know, with like green for goo and shit. The elites and the characters who are not Chaos Lords, so specifically the characters who do not have the term Lord in their name. So like Foul Blightspawn, Tallyman, you know, all those sorts. They will be yellow, primarily. And then the characters who are marked as being Lords, or, you know, this would include Typhus as well, because, you know, he may as well be. Colour division by unit type, kind of. It's a reference to my favourite VTuber. I'm a sad kid like that. But, like, I mean, I have got a Mortarion proxy, actually. I want you to tell me what you think of it. Hold on. Let's grab my Mortarion proxy. So, I rock up to the tournament, and I'm like, hey, can I use my Mortarion proxy? What do you say? What do you say to that? Is this an okay proxy for Mortarion? Because, you know, roughly the same profile, roughly the same size, got wings. How do you respond to something like that? Like, imagine someone just rocks up at the table and just like, buff, here's Rem. This is my demon Primarch. Excuse me. That tickled me more than I think it should have done. How's this guy's arm setting? It's setting. I feel like we should probably give him a moment longer before we start on the last couple of bits. Also, where the oh, no, this is a 9-piece kit because he's got a head as well. I was like, where the fuck's this guy's head? But no, this is one of the few guys who does not come with a helmeted option. Like, he's always got a hood and his gob out, so that's going to be interesting because I am terrified of the notion of that. One of the reasons that I put all my characters in helmets is that I don't like barehead characters, but also B, the thought of like drawing skin tones, even if they're rotten, is terrifying. You look a bit over the weather, my lord. Playing really look at his waifu, Primarch. See, that's what happens when Slaanesh gets into the Death Guard. No, I am all of my Chaos Lords and elites. So by elites, we're talking not elites, sorry. Anyone who is a character who is a Chaos Lord or above. So that would be the Lord of Virulence, the Lord of Poxes, the Lord of Contagion, Typhus, and Morty. Probably white and lavender sort of color scheme. So it's going to be a weird-looking Death Guard arm. It should be pretty neat. I think for my Blight Haulers, I'm going to do one of each color. So that could be... I just think it would be neat, you know. I realise that it's a weird color scheme to go for, but I'm a weird kind of guy. Oh, this is that Nurgling with the scrolls. So do I just need to, like, snip this guy's ass off? Yeah, I do. There we go. Okay. So, I think the head is the easiest bit to do next. He's got like his massive fucking peg there. Let's glue him in. Okay. Then we're just going to drop his noggin in there. No, we're not. I missed. Me when I can't get the head in the hole. There we are. Some people say that getting close enough to the death god, the smell alone is so bad you'll start to have hallucinogenic symptoms. Some say that they can fart at societal functions without repercussion. Others say that every now and then, if you sniff them, you'll vomit instantly. All we know is they're called the Death Guard. Slash is the type of character who would just mutate someone into a waifu and put teeth in the knee pits just to be weird. Listen, Zach, you're appealing to multiple fetishes right now. This is a dangerous road for us to go down. Do we really want to do this? Do we really want to go down this road? Because, like, the UK Goon Act probably prohibits me from reacting to that as I'd like to. What's wrong with me? Like, I saw someone on one of the Facebook Warhammer groups. I saw this comment. I wanted to respond to it, but I was like, no, I daren't. But I think it was Tiger, who is she does like 40k content for VTubing. Posted about like, what's your biggest hear me out in the Warhammer universe? And this mad motherfucker, he posted gape unclean one, and I'm just like, you're trying to tell me that like you gut fuck a great unclean one? If you had to hunt down Celeste that needs to fall in human history, you're talking day one. How would you even like last? You know, how would you even make it a day? I'd be done in seconds. There'd be no resistance. There'd be no resistance whatsoever. Oh, this is the power pack. I see. Okay. So we're almost done with this one. Yeah, this guy's almost done. We just power pack goes on, then we base him. Then we need to put the Nurgling like somewhere. The Nurgling stands just behind him, by the look of it. Uh-oh. Oh, no, there we go. That's fine. I don't have any... Oh, there we are. Tissue to wipe off excess. There we are. Always useful. Huh. Ah, there we are. Okay. So now we want to give him just a minute to chill out. This was probably the easiest model to build yet. Like, genuinely. The hardest model I've built so far was probably the Rhino. Just because it was fiddly in places. And then I'm like, oh, I kind of want to build a Predator tank. Kind of want to build a Predator tank, you know? But then I mean, when I was at Element Games, it took a lot of restraint not to buy the Plague Bong. Like, genuinely, like, I know it's useless. I know it's a model that is just fucking a bit of a waste of money if you intend to play tabletop stuff. I have come to... without me? Amazing. Oh. Then Belisarius Call is, like, fervently working in the background, like, how do I give my Primaris Marines better jizz organs? He's a dirty old man. Right, let's base this guy. Oh, I've taken a chunk out of his foot there at some point. That's okay, though. I don't think the Death Guard are really very good on foot hygiene. You know. Right. Yeah, so if we put him towards the front of the base. Like that. And then we can stick the Nurgling just like there, maybe. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, I mean, let me just see if I can find it. Here it is. So, this Plague Marine, if I just... let me lid my glue first. Right. This is Sniffer Cedric. And as you can see, like, I used a head which doesn't really fit into the neck slot, which is a common thing with my Plague Marines. Like I said, I made them all kind of fucked up because I didn't like the idea of them having, like, perfectly proportioned and, you know, like, necks that sat properly. I like the idea of them being, like, physically fucked up. So, you know, this guy, it looks like he's sniffing his blade, so I've kind of headcanon. He's Sniffer Cedric. His plague knife smells like feet. All the other Death Guard judge him because he likes to smell his foot-flavoured knife, but he doesn't care because he just enjoys the smell, and he's just going to sniff it anyway. That's my headcanon for Sniffer Cedric anyway, so, yeah. It's fricked up and evil. Reminds you of the Fortnite Nutcracker. I do not know that ad. I don't pay any attention to Fortnite whatsoever, if I'm honest. So many gaps. You had to buy a thing of green stuff to get it to not look terribly damaged. Oh, man. I need to buy some green stuff. Some of my models definitely need it. Like, the guy with the axe in the Plague Marine kit, I fucked up the arms really badly, so I need to green stuff him so that he looks... Nurgling almost escaped. So this guy sits on that bit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm kind of, like, torn up at the minute in terms of, like, what do I build next? And my options seem to be between... Let me just pull this guy up a minute so I can base him. Just going to hold this guy here for a second so that he takes... There. Okay, done. That one was very easy. That was an incredibly easy model to build. Like, the easiest one I've done so far. Gets mad when his enemy gets blood on his knife. Yeah, it interrupts the flavour. He doesn't like the flavour profile of blood. He only likes feet. He's like, he's got a brother, right? He's got a brother called Schneider, and he's got a cousin called Tarantino. And they're also kind of fucked up like that. They are also fricked up and evil. Try and learn some painting skills from Illuminatorista. There's a few places that I've seen which do good painting tutorials. So Valkyrie V did a Great Unclean One build. And then she also, I think, painted it on stream. She's a cracked artist, by the way. You should go check her out if you can. Hey there, Blue Streak, how you doing? Welcome in. Welcome to my fricked up and evil world of Warhammer and, well, more Warhammer, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I haven't even started painting yet. The idea of it terrifies me. It really does. Give me just a second. I just need to, hold on a minute. It's really hot in here. So I'm just stripping off a little bit. There we go. Hope you guys don't mind me getting my boobs out. There we go. Okay. So, whilst he's drying off there, dry brushing is the key. Is dry brushing a finishing step? Right, there we go. So, just to confirm, that is Tallyman, who is no longer 40 points. He went up to 50 points. So, if you want to generate those sweet, sweet command points, he's a bit more of a premium for it. To be fair, I think that I'm used to painting. I've never painted a miniature in my life. The last time I held a paintbrush for anything was, well, before I did my project with the Goose book. Excuse me. The last time I held a paintbrush before that was like 20 years ago. You recognise those hands? Dun dun dun. Other's got beef with me. What? No, I hasn't. I has, that does. I tell you, I ain't got beef with he. I'm not bothered. Use it for entire armor sets. Have a black base that's wonderful for building nicer looks. Okay, okay. Did I wash these with warm water and washing liquid? No. They have just been, like, put together. They've just been put together, and they're probably gonna get based with Chaos Black. That's kind of the plan, anyway. Ooh, wow, that finger looks kind of swollen. I've got a bit of a fricked up injury. Oh, let me show you. You can't really see it so much, but there's like a... I cut myself on... I think I was doing like some vegetables. I kind of got a cut right under the ring, so it kind of got a bit swollen up. That wasn't very fun. Right. There's no time to waste. Let's start on the Lord of Virulence. So this guy's a lot more complicated. So the Tallyman is a 9-piece model. This guy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 8. He's got twice the number of pieces. You suggest it because there's residue of releasing oil from the injection mold. Okay, okay. Do you think that they'd mind if I wash them in an like Slaneshi special sauce? The Tallyman's actually kind of a cool model, you know. The fact he's just some fucking nerd counting. He's just some nerd. Look at him. Recommend getting one of the Army Painter super glues. Okay, I think they sell them at my local hobby shop. There's 2 wargaming shops in town. So one of them is an independent one up by my barber's, which is quite nice. And the other is, I think down the old Victorian arcade. So I should check them out at some point. The thing is, like, every time I go in, it's like, I get tempted. Like, when I went in there last time, I just wanted to buy the magnets, and I came out with this guy. Right? I came out with the Fab Light Spawn. Not ideal. Not ideal. But yeah, I mean, Fab Light Spawn kit looks pretty neat. Like, see that? Just like, pretty straightforward by the look of it. Okay, so we want A1, A3, and A2 to begin with for this guy. We're just gonna go straight on. So that's A1. The big bit. I'm really looking forward to doing this kit bash as well. So like, the kit bash is going to be, like we said, it's in fact, Sam, I'll give you a little bit of a heads up, because I don't think you were here when I mentioned it, but I bought this guy, right, because the current Lord of Contagion model kind of sucks, so I'm going to kit bash this guy into a Lord of Contagion. I'm really looking forward to doing that. I'm going to do that just as, like, its own stream, I think. We after I come back from Vexpo. Oh, shoot me. Sorry, I should have had more caffeine today. Yeah. There. Right, so that's A1. Then we need A3 and A2. That's A2. Okay. Okay, and then A3 was this one with the pipes. Axeman, Axemania, Axultation. That's all you got? Yes. So the current Lord of Virulence is Lord Felthius, who's a kind of goofy looking guy. Let me get some pictures for you a minute. Hold on, because we got time. Let me find some pictures. Yeah. So yeah, that's the current. I'm just gonna get this downloaded in a minute so I can show you his downloads. Okay. And then we want. Right, okay. So, the current Lord of Contagion, right? The current Lord of Contagion is this guy, right? Axolotl, no. No Axolotl. No. Sea Slug. Grr. See, I mean, it's a fine sculpt, but it's just kind of goofy. You know, he just looks like, kind of like a goober. And then the original Lord of Contagion model, right, is this one, which I'm now going to have to resize massively to get to fit on my screen, but that's okay. Wow, this is going to take some doing. Okay. He's almost ready. That's the old Lord of Contagion. As you can see, the model is just way cooler. Like, that boy does not give a shit. And he's got that badass axe going on. Oh, shoot me. So, like, it's really going to take some doing to get this kit bash done. It's probably not going to look anywhere near as cool as this guy. Yeah, he looks dangerous. That's what I like about him. And the thing is, he is dangerous. On the tabletop, this guy's a menace. Like, what's his stats again? Let's have a look. So, his... Right, here we go. So, he's equipped with a Man Reaper, which should be a scythe. It hits on a 2-up. So if you roll anything that's not a 1, it's going to hit. It's got lethal hits, so if you crit with it, then it's automatic wounds. Lunch break's over, Zach. Yeah, no, if you take care and you have a good one. Hopefully we will see you soon, yeah? If you're doing a strike, it's strength 9, AP -2 and damage 3, which is fucking insane. 5 attacks there. Or you can do sweeps, which are strength 6, AP -1, damage 1. So the sweep is like, if you hit every single attack on your sweep, which you quite easily could do, you could quite easily wipe out like a squad of 10 guardsmen or something. But the strike is mental. Like 5 attacks at strength 9. So let's say you're fighting into, I don't know, some termies or a light vehicle of some sort. Damage 3 as well. If all of those attacks go through and they all wound on damage 3, you're probably going to blow up whatever you're attacking. It will probably die. And the thing is, he normally attaches onto Death Shroud as well. And Death Shroud Terminators have broadly similar profile, except you normally would use the sweep. I mean, normally you use sweep with them because then you get, like, if you got all of them alive, you got 24 attacks. But if you're doing, if you did 24 attacks, right, the weapon skill is 3 up versus 2 up on strike. Strength 4 versus strength 8, so they take a bit more to hit stuff. AP -1 versus AP -2. And then they do 1 less damage. But if you're just fighting against like 1 wound infantry, you're not really going to care. They're probably just going to melt. They will die. You know, the term I think we're looking for is bongulated. That's what Disgustingly Resilient would say. Bongulated. And I think they're right, you know. I think they're right. Now, I think we've waffled for long enough, so let's build this motherfucker. So this is the guy's backside. Now this one looks quite a bit more complicated. So A3 is actually this one. I'm just trying to see. How does this one go together? I think the other thing is, like, the pegs are meant to be there. I think, actually, let's do this bit first. So, looks to me... I'm trying to work out how this one is what really, like, comparatively, super unclear as to how this one goes together. Had to step away from it. Your food's arrived. Nice. What'd you get? Did you get something good? I'm trying to work out how this boy goes together. Oh, I see. So... Honey chicken sandwich. Interesting. Yeah, this model is really, like, comparatively... He's really, really, really unclear compared to the other one. I'll be honest, I don't really see the vision here. So A3 goes there, A2 goes... Well, he faces this way. Right. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta force it, Slanesh, probably. Oh, Slanesh is a dirty devil. I think this one might go like this. Yeah, because there's like that thing there, isn't there? Yeah, I see. I think I see. Yeah. I get it. This model is going to be kind of tricky, by the look of it. Okay. I think I see, though. You can share your own Death Guard recipe for armor paint? Ooh. I'd be interested. I can't promise I'd use it, but I'll, you know, any advice at this point is, like, nice to have. Because, like, bear in mind that I'm a complete novice at all this. I am Morty's dumbest little goober. I put a bit too much on the front there. Okay, so that, apparently, should go like this. Right, we're just, waiting for bro to set in a bit. Where'd that tissue go? It's got more fight. Okay, there we are. There. Yeah, so that bit goes like that. Okay. So we'll pop that down for a second while it sets. Trying to work out where the next bit goes. Does it sit over the top? I don't know, man. Kind of looks like it should do. I think it... Yeah, it sits like this. I see. That needs to sit... Like, it sits in this gap here. Hold on. Like that. Death Guard green primer. Agrax Earthshade. Drybush with Elysian green. Drybush with Ogren camo. That does sound neat. That does sound pretty cool, actually. Like, if I ever wanted to paint normal Death Guard, then I might well consider something like that. I mean, the thing is, I like the models. I also, at some point, I need to buy another set of Plague Marines, which will take me up to 30 in total. But the reason I need more Plague Marines is because, A... there's not quite... I don't have enough Plague Marines that I could do something like... I couldn't do 2 blobs of 10. And I want to have that option. You know, I want to do 2 blobs of 10 if I so wish it. And to do 2 blobs of 10, I need another bunch because I don't have enough Plague Marines to fill out the special weapons options. Like I've got 2 with plasma guns. I've got 2 with blight spewers. I've got 2 with launchers. I think the squad has 3 guys with bolt guns if you're taking a ranged squad of 10. And then for the melee squad, I've got 2 bubotic weapons, 2 heavy weapons, and then the other Plague Marines for that lot are just on like Plague Knives with a few of them having bolters. But if you're taking a blob of 10, you have 4 bubotic weapons and 4 heavy weapons, plus the champion, plus 1 guy with a bolt gun. So I want to be able to build the other... Actually, one thing I'm going to be doing is, you know the Chaos Rhino Spirit, it's got those spiky bits in it, like, for the front prong. I'm going to convert one of those into, a Plague Spear, because I just think that'd be fucking cool. I just think a Plague Spear would be cool. Because I'm a nerd. Right, I'm just a nerd like that, I'm sorry. Right, okay, let's pop this next bit then, huh? This one. I think I see how this is going to go on. So we'll snip this out. I am so looking forward to Vexpo. Like, genuinely, I'm so excited for it. I can't contain it. I'm becoming God's silliest little guy over it. Because Sunday, I've got no free time whatsoever. You know, my Sunday is completely spoken for. Last year, Sunday was a chill. How long have I been in the hobby? A few weeks. Like, genuinely not that long. I've been watching content from Play on Tabletop and DRP and Vanguard Tactics for about a year. But I only recently was in a position where, like, financially, I could justify it. And at first it was just one blight hole. I was like, I'll buy it, I'll do it as a tester, you know, I'm not going to get addicted to this. And then me, having undiagnosed ADHD and probably a bit of the autism going on, got addicted to it very quickly. Whoops, not my best move. Just going to go there. I think for me, the thing is that I like about this is that I can create things, you know. It's a hobby of creation. And I just think that's cool. You know? So, when I actually get around to painting, that's the point I'll probably regress it. But, you know, we will cross that bridge when we get there. Right, let's just push him in together. Good and tight. Just so that the glue takes. Okay. Yeah, like the blight hauler I bought just as a pure tester. You know, I was just like, if I enjoy this, maybe I can, you know, maybe I can do it, you know, more often. I don't know, see how we go with it. And I was just like, oh, actually this is pretty cool. And that was the point I realised I'd fucked up. The friend who got you into it refused to ever play you in a match? Oh, what the hell? You've been stuck in for 5 years without getting a chance to play. See, I'm kind of lucky because the bass player in my band, he plays. My guitar player kind of plays. His son definitely plays. And then there's clubs for it in my town as well. So getting a game is actually, like, pretty straightforward. It's not difficult where I live. 5 and 6 next. So where's 6? That's 6 is like a fart pipe. Okay, this guy's going together really quickly as well, actually. Okay, let's snip this one off first. Yeah, I think that like I'll probably start to actually play the tabletop game after I've done some painting. In the meantime, like, I understand enough about it that I could play it if I had a mind to right now, but playing it well, maybe less so. Almost certainly less so. Right, okay, let's take this off. If you toss the directions, you get a 3D jigsaw and a model. And probably an aneurysm as well. Actually, I mean... this guy's leg pose is weird. I think it should be like that. I just realised it's like a plague nappy. Just as God intended. And on the third day, God was like, thou shalt have thy aneurysm, and thou wilt poop thy pants just ever so slightly. And he sawest that it was good. Oh, I see. This one goes like here. Into the fart tubes, right? Yeah, I get it. Okay. Let's do the leg first, shall we? I think what happened was I got to a point where I was just like, I want to build something. Yeah, that was all it was. Is I want to build something. And at first, it was, I want to build a tank. Because I'm from that, like, real-time strategy background. Yeah, I'm from that real-time strategy background, so building tanks was like, yeah, this could be cool. This could be cool. There. Okay. Right, so, Broby... Hey, he's walking here. He's walking here. Okay. So... He's, we've got that on. We need to put this on. We also need to make sure we keep lidding that, because otherwise, the glue... I don't know if this happens with the army paint stuff, but the Citadel plastic glue, if you leave the lid off too long, it solidifies. And you have to use a thing to burn... You have to use a lighter to burn the tube to melt the glue inside. When you first got in, your dad bought you a bunch of World War II models. Ah. Yeah, it's hard sometimes. Like, if you get into one of those sort of like hobbies, but then it's like... you want to... You know, you don't want to kind of insult the person who's bought these things for you, but at the same time it's like, well, if you're not into them, then, you know, this goes like this. Yeah. It's what I said was going to happen. There we go. Okay. Glue is now loose. So this one needs to sit like that. There we are. You have fancy demon models, dang it. I mean, yeah, I get it. You know, I get it, because I think actually, like, from you want to know what this... I've talked about this before, right? But one of the weirdest things with me and Warhammer was that I actually have a tattoo on my right shoulder of the 8-pointed star. It was the very first tattoo I ever got. I didn't play Warhammer when I was 18. I didn't even think about playing Warhammer when I was 18. But I got a tattoo of the 8-pointed star because I do believe in primordial chaos, I think we'd call it. Hold on, my figurine slipping out of the chair. There you go. There you go, dear. There you go. Yeah. Hang on, let me just bring her a bit closer. Because I know you degenerates like it. You like a bit of the old fate, don't you, you pervs? Right, so now we want A7, A9. Okay. This is the cloak. So I believe in chaos as like a primordial force, and by that I mean, what is certain in life? There is no certainty except for the certainty that, you know, it is chaotic. You know, it's like, it's the Jurassic Park chaos model. You know, if you've ever seen that, you remember how Ian Malcolm kept on banging on about chaos in that. That's the sort of chaos that I believe in as a primordial force, because, you know, it's very certain that your life is going to be chaotic in a multitude of ways. It's the only other certainty in life is death and taxes, you know? So, that was why I got the 8-pointed star tattooed on my shoulder, and now here I am building chaos. It was almost like it was meant to be. And I never finished my thought earlier about, like, what do I want to build that's going to be stupid, that's not a plague bong? Because I do want to build a plague bong at some point. I think it'd be hilarious to build a plague bong on stream. I might do that, actually, just for the shits and giggles. Just, like, build a plague bong on stream. Just, like, tag DRP and just like, oi, lads, I'm building a plague bong. I don't think I'd do that. It feels like it'd be way too attention-seeky, but at the same time, I think it'd be very funny. Right, okay. So, A7 is this one. So this goes like that. Oh, I see. It uses these, huh? Yeah, I see. He's got little things for his skirt. Oh, I see. Yeah, there's like points for the skirt to actually go on. Okay, that's kind of cool. You think the meaning of life is death? That's why you think you started collecting Nurgle with your first demon army? I mean, yeah, that's legit. You know, I don't necessarily know if I think that the meaning of life is death myself. I think the meaning of life is something that we have to figure out. You know, and I think that's part of the beauty of it. You know. That was odd. Oh, I see. It's just a bit of debris. Okay. Right, so his tentacle skirt is just drying on. Right? Yeah, I think we have to decide. How am I doing? Did I Nurglify the figures with glue? Not quite, Loven. But I'm going pretty good. Loven, you wanted to know about my one-handed plasma gun guy. Here he is. This is the guy that I did, like, the one-handed plasma gun on. Do you see? So he's got, like, he's holding a plague knife still, but he's, like, one-handing a plasma gun. What I did was I snipped off the hand that was holding it. So now he's just like, yeah, pew-pew, motherfucker. Yeah. He hasn't got a name yet. I'm going to name him and the others at some point. I need to get some photos of them together, but I'll show you the two I made today, actually. They came out pretty good. Blurry, I know. My camera's not very good, I'm afraid. But yeah, here's the here's one of the ones I made today. Here's one of the ones I made today with bolt gun and plague knife. And then here's the other one I made today, he's also a bolt gunner. Ever seen the movie Hellraiser? Yes, I did actually. Are you trying to tell me that I should open the Slaneshi box? I should open the Slaneshi box? Oh boy. The thought of that terrifies me. Right, we're just waiting for... In fact, I think there's another point I could probably add a bit of glue here to help this take. Hold on. I'm going to glue his bum a little bit. There we go. Slaneshi box. You're going to say the Cenobites to get along nicely with Slanesh? I mean, the thing is, you know, Slanesh would just look at them and say, you guys had to open a box to come? You guys had to open a box? You fucking dweebs. Ay-ya. Her box. You opened it, and I came a lot. And you know what? That's how the Eldari world of Drowned income. That's how their world just drowned in demon cum. It was very unpleasant. Like, people were like, oh my god, Vulcan, like, burned an Eldari alive. You know, oh, what a mean man. It's like, well, Slanesh drowned them in a flood of semen. What are we gonna do? You see what I did there? I hope you didn't. I really hope you didn't, for the sake of both of our eyes. Because, you know, I don't think the Inquisition is going to like it very much. So this one, this goes on like this? Yes. I see. And again, we're using... Right, I see. Okay, I get it. Jackass 4.5 type shit. Holy crap. Like, I would be terrified about, like, Warhammer-style Jackass. Like, what would happen to poor Bam's dad? Bam Margera's dad would just not have a good day. Right, so the skirt's on. I thought, actually, the skirt was going to be a lot harder than that. But there's anchor points for it. And there's also a couple of points you can help to glue it onto the actual main body as well, which is really helpful. So we'll leave him to dry for a second. While we're waiting for that to dry, let's yap. So, like, what else did I still haven't finished that thought, have I? So let me just pull up... let me pull up. So there's the miasmic malignifier. And, I mean, the thing is, the miasmic malignifier... Let's have a look at the sprues. Let's have a look at the sprues for it. So, the sprues for the miasmic malignifier... Actually, there's not all that many. It comes on 2 sprues. So it's basically like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a pretty straightforward kit. So the kit for the malignifier, 2 sprues, pretty easy. And I think it would be very funny to build one on stream just because the things are mean. But then at the same time, the other things I think of that are stupid that I could build. I mean, how many pieces is the Chaos Land Raider? Let's have a look at that, shall we? Chaos Land Raider. Let's have a look, right? Gallery. Where's the gallery? Doesn't actually come with the sprues. Okay. Chaos Land Raider sprues. So, I think this would be... what's this? Nanda. Oh, that's just like pieces. Okay. I'm just having a look to see if like someone's put... so the Proteus pattern Land Raider... and the Proteus pattern is not all that different to the main one. The Proteus pattern is 3. So 3, at least 3, possibly 4. Chaos Land Raider on sprues. Oh wait, no, here we are. Let's have a look. Someone's actually posted the full set of sprues. So... there's no way that could be right. Oh my god, we were all wrong. So someone's posted the full set of sprues for the Chaos Land Raider, right? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8. 8. That's mental. The Chaos Land Raider has 8 sprues, yeah. So 1 sprue each for each side of the tank, 1 for the top, a second one for the top, 1 for the trim, another one for the trim, and then 2 for the weapon options. Your sandwich is finished, but now you have no sandwich. The duality of man. That is unfortunate. The other thing I want to build is a giant enemy crab. Because, again, I think that would be very funny. Chaos Defiler sprues. Let's have a look. So the Defiler is a lot more sensible. So the Defiler is 4 sprues. So I think that, I mean, the Land Raider is huge. Yeah, I saw one in Element Games yesterday. It was big. You know, that was a beefy lad. Right, let's get back to him. Let's get back to this guy. So we want to put his face on next, apparently. Which is this. Okay. And I'm just going to snip this bit out first. Just because it's a bit easier to extricate his face, you know? Yeah, the Land Raider is big. Like, I'm really tempted to... Like, if Mother Dearest asked me for suggestions for, like, Christmas or whatnot, I'm really tempted to say, well, I'm kind of tempted by a Land Raider. And then just see how she reacts to that. Now, does his face... oh, I see, yeah. He actually sits, like... He nestles. He nestles in there. Okay, that's nice and easy. We can do that. The other ideas that I've got for big kits I want to make. Great Unclean One. Rossigus actually looks pretty fun. Rossigus looks really fun. There we are. Okay, so his face is now inside that. What else is there? So it'd be Rossigus. There's the Great Unclean One generally. There is Chaos Predator. I want to make Predator. The thing is, I kind of want to make a Predator magnetized, so I might use that as a learning tool for magnetization. But I think making a Defiler would be really fun. I think making a Miasmic Malignifier on stream would be hilarious. I don't know why I think this is such a funny idea. But I just think it'd be fucking funny as hell. Like, this week in Death Guard News, some absolute twat decided to buy a Miasmic Malignifier. I'm tempted to get... yeah, I almost bought one yesterday, Loven. You know... So, you know I bought... I bought this... Right, we got the Foulblight spawn, right? This chap, and then I sent you the picture of this on Discord. We got the Predator with the power axe yesterday, but I very nearly bought one yesterday because like it was like what 30 quid, something like that. That guy was the Predator was like 17 quid, but I was like, you know what? It'd be really funny. I like the look of it. I think it looks cool. I think it'd be a fun painting project. But, at the same time, it's like, can I justify that? It's more than a hobby or game, it's an escape from the mundane and the boring. Exactly. Kind of like VTubing. You know, I can become a cartoon on YouTube and people don't judge me for it most of the time. Sometimes they do. Especially when my colleagues from work find out, because in real life I'm a lawyer, and my hobbies are very strange to my co-workers. But the less we say about that, the better, I guess, huh? Right, what comes next? Next... We need to rig up his breathing apparatus. Painting from my mouth. Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe at some point, Loven. Maybe at some point. Ergo, buy what you want and worry about the financial consequences later. Like, genuinely, if it wasn't for convention coming up, I probably would have done just that. Because the thing is, with the convention, I've got 900 squirreled away at the minute. I'm probably going to put another... 100 away just so I've got like a flat grand for it. Where's 11? Wait. Oh no, that's too early. It's these two now. But once I'm back from convention, then I might splurge a bit. Bugger. Is that... I think that's it. Ow. Yeah. There we go. Did we pull that back? Yes, we did. Okay. That fell on the floor. Okay. Right, okay. So, 11 is the single. And that goes over here. You want a Warlord Titan? You got 5 grand to throw into Forge to get all the parts. Oh, man. They do seem beefy, I will say that. So, what are we doing here? I see. Yeah. Right, okay. You complete doo-doo at computers, you can't work a 3D printer for the life of you. I don't think I could either. Like, I've seen some pretty cool 3D printed wargaming stuff generally. Right. Like, there's a site that keeps coming up on Facebook, which is selling stuff by a guy called Sir Mortimer Bombito. And a lot of his models look really cool. I don't think that's right. Hold on. No, it is right. Oh boy. Of course it's the point I've got the glue on that I can't find my holes. Is that right? I don't think that is right. Hold on, let's try that again. You got printed. You got more Trench Crusade models printed. Ah. Isn't Trench Crusade the one that's like grim derpier than Warhammer? There we go. We got there in the end. Right, let's wait for that bit to be done. So, just to confirm, it's the pipe on his mouth there. You invested $250 even into one of the liquid prints. He's couldn't even figure out how to get a USB file to it. Yeah, I've got no clue about that stuff. I'll be honest, no clue whatsoever. Sorry, give me just a second. Sun's just come up. I just need to have a quick word. Hold on. Sorry, something just kind of came up. Okay. Sorry, yeah, something just came up. I just had to have a quick look at. Work related. Let's put it that way. It's easier. Okay. Right, so this one goes like this, I think. Oh, I see. There's guides for the pipes as well. Yeah. Okay. My client had a murder charge added to their case. Dun 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 dun. I don't actually do that sort of law. It'd be kind of neat if I did, but I do claimant litigation. Now, if you're not familiar with claimant litigation, I can make you familiar with it. Because the question you ask yourself with claimant lit, cue the Ace Attorney theme. Exactly. Yeah, the question you ask yourself with claimant lit, right, is, was this accidente? Or was it negligence? Avocados, avocados, avocados. Why am I like this? Alright, so we've got his face on. Oh, that's very awkward. Well. Oh, we got the Vexpo stuff going up as well that we can use for, like, hey, I'm going or I'm cosplaying or whatever. Excuse me, sorry, my throat's got a bit clicky. So I should probably, after I finish stream, pop over the road to the shop and get myself some lozenges. So A20 is part of the Power Fist. Okay. Well, it looks like we're making the gun next, so let's make his gun. Not gonna lie, it'd be a really weird moment to find out your lawyer is also a 40k VTuber. Oh, don't worry, that doesn't offend me at all. It's a conversation that I've had with friends who know that I VTube many a time. Just like, what would happen if your client's like, like what would happen if you were just working and one of your clients was like, hang on, I recognise your voice, and I'm just like, you do? I mean, it's actually an even funnier thought, like, what happens if I get a client and I'm like, I recognise their voice? Because, like, if it was someone that I followed, then, well, I would have to not just recuse myself because I'd be biased, but I'd also have to justify that to my boss. Like, hey, why can't you work on this case? Well, you see, they are a cartoon on the internet, and I am also a cartoon on the internet, and that's how my boss finds out about it. And it's like, okay. I mean, it would be pretty funny. Hang on. Wait, I know you. Uh-oh. You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense? I mean, I think probably Mr. Beast staring at him dumbfounded. Oh shit. You know what? A long time ago, and by a long time ago I mean about 3 and a bit years, sort of 40 odd months, I did a podcast for the Halloween fan server called Simpcast. And one of the guys who was due to appear on it, Marty, he says, hey Shinsu, you sound like Chris Broad. Are you actually Chris Broad? And I'm like, no, I'm not Chris Broad. And he says, are you YouTuber? And I say, yes, I am. And that didn't help. Like, that most certainly did not help. Excuse me. But nonetheless, it became, well, you must be Connor then. I was like, I ain't Connor. Because I didn't actually know who he was, though. I didn't know Sea Dog at that point in my life. And after that, they started accusing me of being Iron Mouse. Yeah. Don't worry, Loven, you're not going to get the farts on stream. You ain't that lucky. Right, so, his arm sits quite neatly like that, I think. Yes. Okay. Brother, what? I'm Iron Mouse? No, I'm not Iron Mouse. I'm not a spicy Latina. I can actually prove that because Mousy was doing a convention that I was at whilst I was attending. One of the funniest moments came when VDera, whilst Elia was a part of them, they had a panel on, and I was at a Iron Mouse panel, I was at Mousie's panel where she was doing like a Q&A with Domo Araga, thanks. And basically the panel with Domo was like really good, and I was like, yeah, I'm hyped for this. And then I heard Mizumi Peachy screaming, and I'm like, hang on, I'm booked to be somewhere else at this moment in time. And I realized then I'm gonna have to go. Now, where this gets awkward, right? Where this gets awkward is my prop for convention is a 2.5 meter tall banana pole, or a 2.5 meter tall curtain pole with a giant inflatable banana stuck to it. Union commented on this topic, and you want to write something? Now you wouldn't be far from right. I'm not Iron Mouse, all right? Mousy needs to leave her house to go to hospital. Yeah, Mousy can jump now. Mousy can jump. Like, let's just take a minute to think about that. Mousy can jump. That's fucking nuts. Fart. No, you're not going to get my farts on stream. Not for free anyway. No, I can't. Disclaimer. I can't fart for money. Because if you fart for money, Twitch considers it sexual solicitation and they will ban you. I'm not joking, by the way. If you fart on stream, then, yeah, you'll get banned. Hi, Ara, how you doing? Welcome to the fart stream. I'm not Iron Mouse, as they should. It's great she can move more. Hell yeah. Now, Mousie's panel was really good, but I had to run out of it. And because my prop is this banana, which is a 2.5 meter curtain pole, upon which is mounted a 160 centimeter inflatable banana, it was a little bit awkward, you know? Oh, apparently A18 is, oh, okay. I get it. That's the fingers, isn't it? Probably should put this bit on first. So. 10 gifted subs and I'll do it. No. I literally can't. Like, if you actually do that sort of stuff for money, then, like, Twitch will actually ban you. I'm not... This is not a joke, by the way. Huh. How does this go on? Hold on. I see. That edge. Right, okay. You know, it's unlikely. Hope she gets well to do more major activities safely. I just want to see one day that she's been able to go for that beer with Connor. Like, when she did her panel at Vexpo, I had to run out of it. Like, I felt so bad about that because genuinely, like, just, you know, if everyone was speaking to her, she was really nice. Really, really pleasant. But I had to run out because I need to be at the Viderica lab. And I had to grab my banana and run out. And like when I say the banana, let me get a picture of this fucking thing. Hold on. I had a picture of this last time, but if I get one loaded in here, yeah, it was she was on a massive great projector, but there was like people were able to walk up and present questions to her. I had to grab my banana out of context. That'd be hilarious. Let me pull up the picture of it with Ellie. Right. This is always the metric I use to show how big this stupid ass thing is, because I can easily show you by the size of the dividers. So, there we are. Right, here we go. Slanesh type statement. No. This is this banana. Right? That's Ellie. Mayoshi. Yippee. Pat, 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 pat. Get patted, nerd. So the banana, right? These dividers are 2 meters tall. This is 50 centimeters taller than those dividers. I am 6'3". I'm 190 centimeters. So when I am holding this, I normally hold it with this point against my shoulder, which effectively means this thing is 10 foot tall. 10 foot tall. Sometimes if I hold it... So the joke is, Sam, every now and then, Ellie posts on YouTube a poll. And the poll is something like this. What would you... It started off, apples or bananas. We all voted for the banana. And then it was like, okay, oranges or bananas? The banana. And then it's like $100 or this banana. This banana. It became sort of like a religious thing. It's like, my brothers, we must vote for the banana. Mashallah, we shall be strong, my brothers. And it just went on like that to the point it's just become the most beloved meme in our community. It's so stupid, but I love it. It's so dumb. Right, we need his other shoulder, which is on A19. Yes, okay. We're putting the power fist together. No bananas anymore. There'll be bananas. There'll be bananas. Why do we all love the banana so much? I don't know. I mean, the shape, it could be. I'm not going to say it's not. But, like, genuinely, I think it was just something where the community latched onto it. Like, you know how sometimes a community will just, like, elevate something to meme status where it doesn't really have any particular... It doesn't have any particular grounds to be. So how does this go on? Like that? I see. Right, okay. The banana is a holy relic. You know what? Yeah. The banana is a holy relic. Like, to the point where... And I'm not saying this to attention grab or be like, hey, look how cool I am or anything. But while I was at Vexpo last year, I got recognized twice. I also then got called out on at least one panel, 2 panels, I think. And I've been mentioned on about 4 streams. And I have also been mentioned in an American magazine, which is fucking nuts. I'm just some goofy goober. I don't know why this is happening, but, you know, we ball. Oh, I see, yeah, his hand's going to go there. Okay. We can put the hand on whilst that's drying. Tiramisu Death Cake. Tiramisu Death Cake. Now, I'm kind of curious, but at the same time, I love tiramisu. I absolutely adore the stuff. Like, it's really, really good. And the legend himself was born. You know what? I don't really think I'm deserving of that sort of a title. I am just some guy who enjoys his Oshi. You know? It was because you made a tiramisu with 200... Wait, you made a tiramisu with 700 milligrams of caffeine in it using Death Wish. You fucking psychopath. That's amazing. I bet that was delicious. I bet that was absolutely tip-top. Fucking hell. 700 milligrams of caffeine in a tiramisu. You absolute madman. You murderer. How many corpses are under your patio? How many people have you killed? How many people have you killed? That is phenomenal. Also, I just noticed his do you see there? His dual plague spewer has a spike underneath, but it looks pneumatic. So it almost looks like that's a pile bunker. Interesting. Very interesting. You slept for 2 hours that night. Holy fuck. That does sound incredible, though. Right, okay. So, we actually now just have some pipes, by the look of it. Oh, it looks like there's some pipes which have to get added in. Like, yeah, there's some bits we've not added into the skirt. Let's do that quickly. I've skipped ahead a couple of steps, which is a very me-coded thing to do. Next one you do is going to be tall, so you might have like 1,400 milligrams. You're off, Loven. No worries. You take care. You have a good one, all right? And I will hopefully see you soon. I mean, if not here, then obviously in the banana cord, you know. Where's this go? Oh, I see. I think I see. Is that right? Yeah. All right. Yeah. 1,400 milligrams of caffeine in a tiramisu is psychopathic behavior. I live for it. My glue's stuck. Hold on. Hang on. My glue's gotten stuck. It's a time-honored tradition on my streams is that... Right, there we are. It's coming out. Gotta get my sticky liquid to come out at least once on stream. Right, okay. That's going there. Hold on a minute. You like cooking the baking in from your grandma? Nice. Cooking is an underrated skill. Like, if you can cook, you're pretty much set, you know? Like, genuinely, if you can cook, you're basically set, because... of all the major skills that you're going to need in life, right? Being able to feed yourself is the main one. If I got it popular enough on here, would I put away my law career? I'd be tempted to. Like, honestly. That's why I started streaming in the first place. Because, like an absolute idiot, I thought this is going to be piss easy. I can become, like, a giga popular streamer and just do stupid bullshit on YouTube, and I won't have to work, you know, like law anymore. And, well, that's not really panned out like I wanted it to, if I'm honest. But, like, genuinely, law was just kind of a means to an end for me. You know, it was something I found out that I was good at. I never intended for this to be my career path. Complete honesty, I never intended to go down this route, but I just somehow managed to fall into it somehow. So, you know, I mean, it's not exactly necessarily a bad thing, I guess, but it's just kind of, you know, a bit weird. Right, so this is part of the gun. Which, really, we don't want to fuck about with the gun just yet. So it looks like we're going to glue this in after the fact, because I think this goes into... yeah, the pipes go... We need to wait for that bit of the skirt to finish drying. I think. No, maybe not. Hold on, so can we put this on? Oh no, this is interesting. Ah, I see. Yeah, I get it. Okay, let's put the arm on. Your childhood dreams to open a restaurant or bakery. Your parents convinced you to start college for being a doctor. See, I think that on one hand, getting a career which is going to set you up and keep you, you know, keep you moneyed, ain't a bad thing. You know, I see where parents are coming from, but at the same time, like, if you go into a job where you're just going to be miserable, then there's very little point in that. Like, I somehow lucked out because I'm kind of good at lore. I kind of enjoy it. You know, and that's a bit psychotic, I realise, but there's something really nice when you get a good result for your client. You know, you get a good result for your client, and, you know, you're then like, well, okay. So, where does this go? Oh, I see. Yeah, when you get a good result for your client, then that feels super cool. When you get your paints, Citadel paints are the worst for that, they're a hard time closing. Ah, okay. You like money, so being a doctor isn't that bad for you? Yeah, that's fair. You know, doctors make bank. Consultants especially. I deal with a lot of consultants who do injury litigation reporting. And, like, I mean, you picked the right profession to be a Warhammer guy. You know? You picked the right profession to be a Warhammer person. Because what better professions for Warhammer players than doctors and lawyers? Oh, man. No, but like some doctors in injury reporting, for some reports I've commissioned for like cases I've run, I've had to allow my firm to spend sometimes like £5,000 on one doctor's report, which sometimes doesn't even help us that much. You know, it's the nature of the beast. You know, the rich man's hobby, right alongside racehorses and Formula One. See, now racehorses, we do have options for racehorses. Now that Uma Musume's out. Oh no. I need to play more of that tonight. Right, okay. I get the feeling we've put the shoulder pad on too early. Oh no, it's fine. Right, okay. We can do that. Those characters are protected by the Yakuza, yeah. One does not simply goon to Mayano Top Gun. Well, actually, one shouldn't goon to Mayano anyway, because firstly, she is Dortaru. And secondly, like, her whole thing in that game is like she's kind of inappropriate for her age. So don't ever goon to Mayano. You will go to prison, rightfully so. But yeah, the other horses, you know, like, the fact that they have Yakuza protection, because it's like, don't sully the reputation of our horses, you Western bastards. I do think that's pretty funny. Like, I will say that thing. Never planned that you think it's funny and wholesome. Yeah, I mean, it is funny. It's not exactly wholesome, because the reason that the Yakuza have all these protections on the characters is basically it's a reputational thing. It's a reputational thing because they make so much money off of the racing over there that, like, it's gonna bring them into disrepute, basically. How does this one go on then? Is there a thing at the back? Oh, I see. I think. So is that going like this? Looks that way. Trying to work out how this bit goes in. Bear with me. Other way around. At the same hangout as the tiramisu death cake. Did someone say reputation? Who dares summon Dodso? Well, I believe that would be Texas. How's this going in? Hold on. Oh, I think I get it. Is it like that? No, it is like this. Yeah, I get it. This is the last piece, by the way. Your friend convinced you to sit down and watch multiple episodes of the anime. You know what? You know what? Your friend's right. Because the Uma Musume anime is peak. Like, unironically, it's really good. Like, I'll tell you something. Cinderella Grey, which is the Ogre Cap anime, which has just finished season. It's just finished the first core of its. I don't know if it's doing like multiple seasons, but the first core has just finished up, right? And that anime, holy shit! The final episode of Core 1 had my entire asshole in a pucker. Cat anime, no, Ogre Cap. She is the. Let me just type her name out. There. Yeah, she's the grey-haired one who eats lots of food. So Cinderella Grey is her story, and in the last episode she races against Tamamo Cross, and anyone who has actually understood... Oh no, Dotso's broken a glass. Uh-oh. Anyone who knows the actual history of the horses knew what was going to happen in the outcome of that race. I didn't, so I was just like... I was on the edge of my seat that entire fucking race, and they made the race last 2 episodes. I was like, oh my fucking god, this is peak. I need to watch the Agnes Tachyon movie at some point. She could do things to me. She definitely could do things to me. You know what? This sprue is done, though. Look, empty. Empty sprue. And that means that the Death Guard Combat Patrol box is completed. I've done it. Yeah. He is neat looking. Is his hand, like, drifting closer to... Yeah, it is a bit. Hold on. He needs a bit of time to set, but I mean, look, he's even got, like, a goony hand. His hand is covered in goon. Do you see? But yeah, that is a very cool model. Your friend was wincing the whole race when Silent Suzuka broke her leg because he knew the history. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. It's even worse, like... If you ever watch the history of Rice Shower, oh my god, that was horrible. Like, and the way that she is in the game and the anime as well, it's enough to make a grown man feel things. Oop. Right, we're basing this boy. We need to make sure he's like that. There you go. Your friend calls Ogre the fat ass. You know what? Your friend is right. That is basically her entire character. She just eats and eats and eats and eats and eats. You know, that's her entire thing. She just eats constantly. And lots. Like, her... In the game, her one of her win animations... is she puts her arm up in the air in celebration, then her tummy rumbles. She also has these really weird idle animations when she's in her mum outfit, where she's like smiling absent-mindedly and just rubbing at her stomach. It's like, are you pregnant? It looks like a preggy belly rub. It's really disturbing. Really disturbing. But yeah. Yeah. Mum outfit. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it. She's got like a a beige t-shirt, like a beige overshirt and jeans. That is like mum maxing to me. Oh my god. You know what? I shouldn't be surprised. There's going to be a lot of people streaming Hollow Knight this week. A lot of people streaming Hollow Knight next week as well. Because the Silk Boy is out next Thursday. Not this Thursday, the Thursday after. I too will be streaming the Silk Boy. I'm going to finish the Hollow Boy on Wednesday next week. So 1 week from tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, we finished up in the 2 hours that I normally stream in as well, which is really neat. So I'm just going to wait for this guy to set a little bit. Then we'll just make sure that he's based fully. And then we'll... excuse me, we'll just, like... go over what's coming on for the rest of the week. So I'm going to need to stop soon because my throat is really starting to hurt. I need to get some lozenges. Or some strong ones as well, I think. Excuse me. Whew. Right. Okay. So we're just waiting for him to finish. Is he stuck? He is. And there we go. So that, my friends, is the final piece of the Death Guard Combat Patrol. Finished. It's because I've been touching nothing but Nurgle models. I'm infected. Yes, I am. I am. And you know what? Because we're very Nurgle coded right now. There he is. Hold on. Let's grab him. I want to give Sniffer Cedric a little treat. Right? Give Sniffer Cedric a little treat. Oh yeah. That's it, Cedric. That's it. You've worked hard. You've earned this, mate. There you go. Okay. Good. Good. See, this is why people who I work with should never ever find out that I'm a VTuber, because if they found out that, like, this was what I'm like on stream, well, it would be Jover. It would be just fucking Jover. But yeah, that's us done for the night. So let's pull over to here. Ah! Where have I gone? Oh god. Aha! I'm over here. For some reason. No. Oh god. Oh god. Ah! Okay, there we are. There we are. Whew. I should hide behind the table as well. Wait, what? No. Oh god. What's happening? Everything's like messed up. Everything's like fricked up and evil. Hold on. Ah! Let me just sort myself out a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Like that? No, but then you can like... Where's the desk gone? Where's the fucking desk? Hold on. I think I deleted my desk. Oh no. Is it still there? Hang on, let me see if I can add this in. Is the desk in here? Desk? Table? There we go. Oh. Is it there? Table? Under. No, it is there. Huh. Yeah, take that one out. Table. Very odd. Sorry, I haven't set this up properly, apparently. There we go, that looks a bit better. There we go. Woo! Yeah, we're doing a... My model reminds you a lot of Mash from Magic and Muscle. I get that a lot. I've never actually seen it. I've never seen Mashal. I also get told that I look like Mob Psycho a lot as well. So that's pretty entertaining. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm not going to take that badly because, like, it's the bowl cut. You sorry you came in, Dodso. Don't apologize, man. If you've been doing stuff, then you know you've been doing stuff. I'm never gonna be upset about that. You know, I like that you came by. You know, I'm grateful that you came by. But you know, you don't owe me your time or anything like that. Just your undying loyalty as part of the British Empire. I'm sorry, I'll behave. Okay. So, rest of the week. Tomorrow, we're actually playing more 40k stuff. Well, I say playing. We're doing more 40k stuff. We're playing Dawn of War Definitive Edition Part 2. You're Texan? If anything, that's the Spanish. Okay. Yeah, so Dawn of War Definitive Edition tomorrow. We're going to crump some orcs. Thursday, we're playing Fatal Frame. Friday, we're playing Spirit of Justice again. Saturday, I'm going to fire up Half-Life and play Heart of Evil, which is a mod. And then next week we've got 4 streams, but that's it. So we've got X Fusion on next Monday. Next Tuesday we're playing Thank Goodness You're Here. And then Wednesday, Thursday we've got finishing Hollow Knight on Wednesday. And then we're playing Silk Song on Thursday when it releases. The French? Oh no, you're banned. Mods, slap his nuts. Just slap the balls. Straight in the testes. Wait. What's up? What's up, Ara? Oh, tits isn't on. Ara, tits doesn't go on when I'm PNG mode. Did I not tell you? Yeah, I don't put tits on when... I don't put tits on when I'm PNG mode. Redeeming. No, tits doesn't work when I'm on the PNG. Oh, it's okay. Remind me on Friday, and I'll give you a free karma trin. I'll pay. I'll pay some of my infinite channel points to give you one. Man, I'm looking forward to painting this guy. I am looking forward to painting this guy. Like, I think it should be a pretty fun model to do. Yeah. He's cool. I like the fact he's got these gooey fingers as well. It's pretty gross. Yeah, Lord of Virulence, that is. Bro is henching. Right, okay, so, let me just, I'm just going to do one more thing real quick. There we go. Okay. Yep, we're good. Okay. Right then. So. There we are. So, okay. I'm going to go now, guys. You got to play 2x8 Survivor DVD with a friend? Well, Providence then, isn't it? Raid or drop? I'm going to just drop tonight, Dodso, if that's right, because I am super exhausted. I need to get some throat medicine, because my throat's actually quite painful right now. The background music is called Little Lily. It's by a guy called Shimtone. I've been using it for a very long time. But Shimtone does a lot of music that's like friendly for streamers, and I swear by their stuff. I've been using it ever since I started. This used to be my stream loading background from back in like March of 22 when I started. Wait, no, it was April 22. April 22. I've been doing this for a while, haven't I? Damn. Okay. Anyhow, I'm gonna go, guys. You all look after yourselves. Make sure to enjoy the rest of your day. Sam, thanks for the hangs, and thank you for also being a professional who is into the brain damage hobbies. That means a lot. It's really nice when another professional comes by and it's like, I'm not the only one with the turbo brain damage. Yippee! I do actually have medical brain damage, by the way. I got hit on the head with a very big stick when I was a young kid. That's not a joke, by the way. There's a short in my list about it. But yeah, enjoy your DVD. Dotso and Ara, you guys both take care. Thanks for the hangs. Hopefully I'll see you all very soon. But if I don't, have a good one. And enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you plan to do with it. Until next time, I'll see you then. Take care.